Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to make a video talking to y'all about why you should never get initiated into anything. And you better believe I know people from these initiated practices are watching my video pissed, they're mad. Oh baby, if you actually had any power, which you have no power at all, you'd be able to do something. Find out how weak your deities are, find out how weak your main spirits are. They have nothing and they're no one, they have no power, and bring it on. For my followers watching this video, you're about to get leveled up. So yeah, for people who are watching this video coming from initiated traditions, bring it on. Burning everything you have on. Get your largest sacrifices, get the most people you have in, bring it on, baby. I'm going to teach you why these deities are so weak. They're just demons. So, when you initiate into something, you sell your soul without even knowing it. Do you think, and this is the biggest thing in the entire world, you guys need to do some research. So, I understand there's different backgrounds of people watching this video. When people sign up into the music industry, they sign contracts just by writing their initials at the very bottom. At the very, very bottom. So one thing you have to understand is if you actually read the contracts they sign their soul. They don't even know it. So they're like, oops, and until it's too late, and then you can't back out because it's like, uh-oh. So what does that sound like to you? These initiated traditions, they literally have people join the tradition, and if you say something wrong to your godmother, if you say something wrong to your godfather, oh, if you do something the spirit doesn't like, then you're gonna get attacked, you're gonna get like this taken away from you, and there's no way out. You want to leave, but you can't leave because you initiated. You can't uninitiate. What does that sound like to you? We are legion, for we are many. Jesus Christ, the Most High God, doesn't have you initiate. You get baptized at most, but you surrender yourself to Jesus the most. Let's just say, for people who are initiating, you can put Jesus at number one and then serve other things, but Jesus doesn't work like that. He doesn't. It's like, for example, if you're at a job and you have to, or let's just say you're babysitting from someone from 9 to 5, and you're trying to babysit someone else somewhere, you're trying to babysit some other person's kid or dog or whatever, and you're trying to do two things at once that don't fit in the same space. It's like, are you going to be at this party? Are you going to be at this party? They both start at 9, and you're like, well, I'm going to go to both. You can't do that. You only have the option of going to one. So the thing about initiating into a tradition is that you'll find out very quickly that these initiated practices are ridden with demons. That's why no one in the practices actually does well. So these people have, and this is the thing, why do you see in people in initiated practices, and yes, people are coming up to the car to watch, but hello. I literally have people, and I didn't know I was becoming popular until recently. I went to the beach, and I'm not tooting my own horn or anything. People walk up to me, I see you on my Facebook. I'm like, what? Oh, hello. And I'll have to hit the pause button on the video, so like I'll see people just walk up to me and smile. I'm like, hello, don't ever get initiated into these crappy traditions. And crappy traditions, my ancestors have done this before. And guess what? My ancestors have been in traditions as well. If I told you, if you actually knew where my bloodline was from, so that's the thing, and I don't like talking about bloodlines. People are like, oh, well, so this world, it only works for him. This advice only works for stone men because he comes from this bloodline. Bloodlines don't mean a difference. I can come from this bloodline or that bloodline. We're all the blood of Jesus. That's the most important thing. So, and that's, people use their bloodlines to toot their own horns. If you ever see a lion, tell someone it's a lion? You ever see like, hey, look my claws, I'm a lion. Look at my face, I'm a lion. So back to my topic of don't ever get initiated into these traditions. I'm so excited to teach this topic because I'm gonna have so many people attacking me. And this is the best thing about finding out all these different people attacking me. You're gonna find out how weak you are, how small you are. Oh baby. For the people who are on the side of the Most High God, Lord Jesus Christ, watching this video, this is going to be a cool example. So these people have no power. They operate based off of fear, and that doesn't do anything. Their own guides will attack them rather than attack someone else first. Especially because that's the thing. And I'm talking about every tradition. I'll start naming. This is going to get. I'm so excited to teach this video. Finally, woohoo! I've been waiting to teach this video, but the new age has come, and Jesus is coming. So anything that has to do with Orishas, anything that has to do with 21 Division, yeah, 21 Division, anything that has to do with Palomayombe, anything that has to do with any one of these traditions where you have to actually, because these, okay, let me tell you something right now. People are like, oh, this spirit's reaching out to me. That's a predator. That's a scavenger. Why does it have to reach out to you? This thing's showing up in your dreams because you're vulnerable. You probably didn't pray before you fell asleep. or you probably had some kind of like, you probably came back from the club and like, oh, Papa Legba's reaching out. Oh, Shun's talking to me. Do these people have these people not figured out these things are demons? Why are you not allowed to wear black tourmaline in any tradition that has any tradition? Why? That's initiated. It's because tourmaline repels demons, and those guides can't be around when you're wearing tourmaline. They can't operate. There's people in all these different cultures and religions, etc. They'll be, oh, you have to take off the tourmaline. You can't. Oh, my God, can't read you with the tourmaline on because it's a demon. It's a weak demon, and demons are weak. Weak. You ever see a guinea pig at a pet store? Weak. So, yeah, you're going to find out how weak people are, and this will actually change the entire world. So you'll see all these different groups attacking me spiritually, and all the credit goes to Jesus, the Most High God, because that's who I have directly behind me. And people are like, well, my God's stronger than your God. Find out, baby. Find out. So Jesus, when you have actual Jesus behind you, not, oh, I have Jesus behind me and I have Santa Muerte. No, it doesn't work like that. You think Jesus enjoys being next to Santa Muerte? No, he doesn't like being compared like that. And you're going to actually get handed over to Santa Muerte directly. People are like, well, I can work with demons and angels at the same time. You ever see a demon in heaven? You think you're getting into heaven like that? You're going to end up in Sheol and you're going to belong to the demon. So, like I said, there's no people in initiated traditions. And this is the thing. People who get initiated into traditions, and why do they require constant sacrifice? If you're so strong, why do you need so much sacrifice to feed you? Because those deities would not be allowed here if they didn't have a sacrifice. That's their payment to basically get here. So these deities can't do one thing for anyone outside of a sacrifice. So that's how you know something's weak. So weak. These deities are weak. And they have no power. So that's the thing about Jesus Christ. He is the most strong. He is the most powerful, and he will have no other God before him. So the devil versus God has no power. So it's that simple. Demons are weak. So why would someone choose the losing side? Why? You ever see someone in an initiated tradition prosper? They have things given to them, taken away, given to them, taken away. And it's always the person's parents that go first because that's the closest bloodline to them. And these people have constant drama. These people have constant drama all the time. So, and yes, I've danced through Goofer Dust. I've people sending me sacrifices or whatever. Keep going. Keep going. Do it more. Do it more. You guys don't know how. Okay, maybe I'll reveal that secret at the end of the year. So let's just say a certain amount of energy is required for you to win the lottery. I wonder where it comes from. Keep doing your sacrifices, all right? Keep doing your sacrifices. So I'm going to stay on point on the topic on why you shouldn't get initiated. It's because you sold yourself. Because I'm trying to stay on point of the topic of this video, but I'm like, weak. I'm like, wait, stay on the topic, Stone Man. And yes, Jesus and the angels are laughing because it's hilarious. Because these gods and deities and goddesses or whatever, they have no power. They let their followers suffer. And like I said, it will always start with the follower's family first. Always. So you're not going to be able to serve the devil and God at the same time. This world does not work like that. God will hand you over to the devil and say, no, you should take that one. You want to work with that one? You find out who that is. So people like, well, I work with God and I work with Santa Muerte. And you think Jesus, the Most High God, was like, okay, yeah, this person talked to Santa Muerte, then talk to me. Like, that's why people are broke. That's why people have so much drama going on. You guys are supposed to be living nice lives. With Jesus Christ, the Most High God, all he asks for you to do is to love him and to forgive your neighbor and accept him as your savior. That's it. You don't have to get initiated. You don't have to have some burial underground and chicken blood over your head and some kind of like cultish and it's cultish. It's like, oh, you have to do this. They have to burn you. They have to do this with a razor on you. They're opening you up because they're claiming you. That's your soul. You ever hear in the Bible that these people fight over a person's soul? This is what that is. So, and it's unfortunate. So, I wish more people knew this because everyone before they get initiated, this is why people have a really tough time getting initiated. Everyone has a really bad feeling right before they get initiated into any tradition. They're like, and it comes up as anxiety, and the person tries to transmute the feeling like, well, maybe this is just excitement, maybe there's nervousness and me feeling like I'm throwing up. I think maybe these people are like, well, she says, I feel like I'm throwing up before she got initiated. It's because you know that was it. Your higher self was telling you this is it. There's no more of you. So, for that feeling, I rebuke and denounce for all the people watching this video the feeling like thrown up, because a lot of people have thought about it. Like, you go to get initiated, and these godfathers are not doing well. They're full of health problems. They have a miserable relationships. They have no success. They posted a video about it on Facebook. They post number one, if you're successful, you keep that out of sight. You keep that out of mind. Like, do I go flashing stacks of $100 bills on Instagram? No, I keep it to myself, okay? So when you actually reach success through the Lord, you don't go showing the whole world. You live for yourself. So, and that's the thing. It doesn't make sense for people who have stuff. They don't go constantly showing it. It's like, you keep it to yourself. For other friends that are also multi-millionaires, what they do is they keep their money to themselves. You think they dress up in like all this like Gucci in public? No, they send their kids to normal schools. They send their kids, they dress like normal people. One guy who I know who walks around here, he goes for his walks. He walks in his pajamas into restaurants. And let's just say he owns one of the biggest companies you all know the name of. So, and all he does, I'm not going to say who this is because I don't want to, that's not fair to him, but that's the thing. For people who do well, do you see them? Do you see these multi-million? Because there are people at the devil who get initiated. The devil will give you something at a cost because it's not yours. It's someone else's. It's called an OPM. Other people's money. It's usually the banks. It's usually someone else that you'll end up owing. It'll be something that comes back to you in some way. It'll become an inheritance from your grandmother, grandfather, etc. Like, oh, why'd they go so early? Because your demon needed to get you some abundance. So that's the thing. Don't get initiated, because I've known people who, and this is unfortunate, these people have fully got initiated into some kind of tradition, and these were the happiest people in the world, and they became like this. It feels like their soul has died, and you all see this, but no one says anything about it. They're like, everyone just masks it up. Well, my ancestors did this. Your ancestors could have taken bad food their entire lives and have been wrong. Just because your ancestors did something didn't mean it's correct. How many times do I have to repeat that? I don't, because it's the truth. So some people just don't understand it. So, for example, my ancestors, I saw them, they were eating pork and cursing people. Does that mean you should eat pork and curse people too? Or you want to end up like your ancestors who go early? Like, for real, that's why people are just walking around in spiritual, emotional poverty, etc., because they're bearing the karma of their ancestors, and it just goes down to the children. So for the people who don't get to fully live out the karma of their ascendants, goes to their children. So this is an interesting video because I'm teaching about deities, gods, goddesses, etc., people working with demons, and these people have nothing to show. They have nothing to show. These people who work with these entities, these beings, these deities, these demons, literally their deity will give them something and then take it away, and the person will be like, well, I guess more of it's coming, and they keep serving the deity, and the deity is like, you got to work more for me. Versus God's like, you can have everything. I already have everything. You can have some of it too. Jesus Christ, the Most High God, is coming soon, and this whole entire planet is changing. So you guys are gonna find out what this world really is. So why has this gone on for 2,000 years? It's just a test. It is just a test. So you are gonna find out what this world really is. It's full of tests, actual tests. So it's kind of like if you're put in let's just say you're put in a room with Jesus, right? And he tells you, you gotta work for this. Like, you gotta change your mindset. You gotta change who you are. You gotta work on yourself. And then you put these deities in the room and they say, we're gonna give you this stuff right away. You just gotta serve me. And just do whatever I told you to. So people are like, I'd rather take the easy route because we're only here for so many years, but this life's not actually what matters. It's the eternal afterlife. So I'm gonna say right now, you guys are living one way or another forever. You're going to live in Sheol, or you're going to, or in the columns of the earth, or Gehenna on Judgment Day, or you're going to live in eternal glory with God. There's no in between. It's like, well, but I don't believe in that. Well, you might not believe in the law, but the law is still enforced anyway. So it doesn't matter what you believe. These people have weak beliefs. So that's why people have to change their mind. So coming from a place of someone who's very successful, I help you guys become very successful too. One thing you'll have to know about Jesus Christ, the Most High God, is 7 times will pass by thee until I realize the Most High is sovereign over all kingdoms, and he will give them to anyone who he pleases. So you follow Jesus down to a T, things will take time and people don't like that, but if you're impatient, then that's a lesson that you're gonna have to learn. So with Jesus, you don't have to initiate into anything. I'm gonna say all these initiated practices are weak. And I'm gonna keep saying that. They have no power, they're no threat. They can't do anything. And people have been attacking me over and over again until people have been getting removed from this planet. And then people have been finding out, all their followers who, after the main godmother or whatever, drops off the planet, they're like, oh, I guess Stone Man was right. They all turn to Jesus. Because they're like, okay, this is where the real power is at. Because Jesus, why, I mean, that's the thing. Why don't people know Jesus is more powerful? It's because he doesn't have to show his power like that. He's like, versus these deities, oh, I am the third. It's like, there's a reason they're forgotten. There's a reason. Like, just look at the countries. Look at the countries that have these deities. Like, you think a deity would like their country to be the dirtiest place in the world? You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you think a deity carries himself like that? You really think a deity carries himself like that? Yeah, it's because demons of filth require more filth. So, and yeah, all those Indian gods too are demons, actual demons. So people are like, well, I see some of them doing wealthy. It's illusions. I can post on my Instagram. You can see people on Instagram post with a wig, but does that mean that they grew that hair? Okay, I'm gonna conclude this video, but just to tell you guys, these traditions are, the tradition that you should stick to is Christianity, because God is coming, and you guys are gonna find out. You're gonna find out. I hope people in this video, because I have two kinds of people watching this video. Number one, people of the Most High God, and let me end this video with this. For the people who are loyally serving Jesus, the entire world is being handed to you very soon. Everything, from everyone, all your enemies, adversaries, the devil, everything is going to people of God very soon. You guys are getting very rewarded. You have no idea what kind of rewards come your way. You have no idea. God has something in store. This is why Jesus is telling me to basically get you guys on board and just drop what you're doing. So make sure you fully surrender any deities. Say to Jesus, I denounce, rebuke any of these deities that I've worked with in the past, and your money opens, your hands start tingling. Usually when I say that, your hands start tingling. You're like, why are my hands tingling? It's because when you say these words, I rebuke and denounce any ties to any form of deity, spirit, demon, etc. outside of God that's blocking my abundance, and your hands will start tingling and itching because those gods were blocking your finances. On last note, deities block your love life. If you're wondering why you haven't found your soulmate, or if you found a soulmate that's not really your soulmate, you're like, what the? This is not really the one. It's because these deities spiritually marry who serve them. And they're jealous. Santa Muerte blocks her followers. If it's a man, she's gonna block woman from coming through because she's jealous. It's legion. So if it's a woman, she's gonna block through men coming in because she's jealous. She likes the woman's attention. She doesn't care. She goes both ways. It's legion. So that's the thing. You should watch some documentaries about people in Haiti, especially Haitian voodoo. And yeah, Haitian voodoo is weak as well. Well, I got the good stuff. I got Louisiana voodoo is weak. Miami voodoo, weak. It's all weak. It's just fear mongering. They're just like, well, I'm not gonna challenge it because I've heard a story of this. I heard a story of this. It's stories. It's weak. The best story you'll ever read is the Bible. So, for any people in this comment section who do any form of black magic, bring it on. Give me your best shot. Get all your people together and get as many people as you can to bring them on against me. You're going to find out who the real God is, the Most High God, Lord Jesus Christ. And if you are alive on your knees by the time you're praying, may it be in the afterlife, then you have time to turn to Him. If you have any questions, Him being Jesus Christ, the Most High God. If you have any questions, ask in the comment section. If you'd like to be fearless and bold, if you want some balls, get a custom necklace full of actual beads of black tourmaline, actual balls, because a black tourmaline necklace will give you balls. If you're scared all the time about black magic, they'll give you some balls to never have to care about black magic again, because black magic's a weak practice that's gonna be ended on Earth very soon. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Check out FloridaStoneman.com. Ciao.